You know, after more than 50 years of treating patients, I've learned a truth that still saddens me. Diabetes. It doesn't just damage the body. It steals something far more precious. It steals peace of mind. Every meal becomes a calculation. Every plate of food feels like a little gamble. Should I eat this? Will my sugar spike? Will this small treat push me closer to a hospital bed? And the fear? Oh, the fear never truly leaves. The fear of going blind. The fear of kidney failure. The fear of losing feeling in your hands and feet. Some of my patients tell me they even fear going to sleep, afraid they won't wake up. But here's something most people don't realize. It's not just about avoiding sugar. It's not only about cutting down on rice or bread. Your body, especially a body living with diabetes, needs more than just less sugar. It needs the right nutrients. Special vitamins that quietly work behind the scenes, helping your body handle blood sugar better. Protecting your eyes, your heart, your nerves. Keeping your organs stronger for longer. And without these nutrients, even the strictest diet, even the best medication, won't work as well as they could. Today, I want to share with you 7 important vitamins that every diabetic should know about. No, they are not magic pills. They won't replace your medicine. But together, they can make a world of difference. They can help your body use insulin better, reduce sugar spikes, and slow down the dangerous complications that so many fear. And I'll also tell you how to take them safely. Because yes, even vitamins can be harmful if you use them the wrong way. We'll talk about the common mistakes I've seen and how you can avoid them. So, my friends, sit with me until the very end of this talk. I promise, you will walk away with knowledge that could help you, or someone you love, live a longer, healthier life with diabetes. And before we start, if you find value in what we're sharing today, please click subscribe, press like, and share this video with your friends or family who are living with diabetes. Your small action might help someone avoid a big tragedy. Now, let's begin. Now, let's start with the first 3 vitamins. I call them the foundation. Because without them, it's like building a house with weak bricks. No matter how good your roof is, one storm, and everything can collapse. Vitamin D, the sunshine key for sugar control. First, vitamin D. This one is close to my heart. I like to call it the sunshine key. Because it truly is a key, turning on so many locks inside your body. Most diabetics I see are low in vitamin D. And they don't even know it. People think vitamin D is just for strong bones. But no, it does much more. It helps your cells listen to insulin. Without it, your body becomes deaf to insulin's message. And what happens then? Sugar just floats in your blood, higher and higher. I've had patients who rarely go outside. They say, "Doctor, I'm old, I don't like the sun. My skin is too sensitive." And yet, just 15 to 20 minutes of gentle morning sun, not the burning midday sun, can make a real difference. One older gentleman, Mr. Harris, came to me with sugar that just wouldn't go down. We checked everything. Diet, medication, all seemed fine. But his vitamin D was almost non-existent. After 3 months of safe sunlight and a small supplement, his fasting sugar dropped noticeably. He told me, "Doctor, I didn't change much, just opened my curtains every morning. It's amazing." That's the power of the sunshine key. Vitamin B1. Thiamine, the energy converter. Next, vitamin B1, also called thiamine. Diabetes drains this vitamin from your body faster than normal. I sometimes say, living with diabetes is like having a hole in your pocket. Your body loses things without you realizing. And B1 is one of the first to go. Why does it matter? Because B1 helps your body turn food into energy. Without it, that sugar you eat just lingers in your blood. It doesn't get used. And when sugar hangs around too long, it damages nerves. Some of you might know this feeling: tingling feet, burning toes at night, numb fingertips. That's nerve damage starting to take root. I once had a patient, Mrs. Lee, who complained of feeling like she was walking on pins. She thought it was just age. But when we checked, her B1 was very low. After adding more whole grains, seeds, and a gentle supplement, she came back a few months later saying, "Doctor, the pins are gone." That's the thing about B1, it's not a magic cure. But it's like oiling a rusty hinge. It keeps things moving, keeps your energy flowing, and protects those fragile nerve endings. Vitamin B6, pyridoxine, the nerve protector. And then, there's vitamin B6. I call it the nerve protector. It works closely with B1, like two old friends watching over the same house. Together, they help prevent neuropathy, the nerve damage that can make even walking a painful task. But B6 does something else important. It helps your brain make neurotransmitters, those chemical messengers that keep your mood steady. Have you noticed how stress can spike your blood sugar, even if you haven't eaten much? That's because stress hormones tell your liver to release sugar into the blood, as if preparing for danger. Low B6 can make you more irritable, anxious, or tired, and that, in turn, keeps your sugar higher. I remember Mr. Collins, a diabetic in his late 60s, who came in saying, "Doc, I'm just angry all the time, and my sugar is out of control." We checked his levels, and sure enough, his B6 was low. We made small changes, more chicken, fish, bananas, and a supplement. Not only did his sugar readings improve, but his wife came in with him one day, smiling, saying, "Doctor, thank you." My husband laughs again. See, with diabetes, it's never just about sugar. It's about the whole person, their body, their nerves, their mood, their life. Why these three come first? Vitamin D, vitamin B1, and vitamin B6. These are your foundation stones. They help your body respond to insulin, convert sugar into energy, and keep your nerves healthy. When they are missing, diabetes hits harder, and the damage comes faster. I tell my patients, you can build the strongest walls, but if the foundation is weak, the whole house will crumble. So before we move on to the next vitamins, ask yourself, am I getting enough sunlight? Am I giving my body the tools to turn food into energy? Am I protecting my nerves, not just my sugar levels? Because, my friends, this is where real control begins. We've talked about the foundation, vitamin D, B1, and B6, but now, let's look ahead. Because living with diabetes is not just about how you feel today. It's about protecting your future. And these next 4 vitamins, they're like guardians, standing watch over your blood vessels, your heart, your eyes, your memory. They work quietly, but their absence can be devastating. Vitamin B12, the memory and nerve guardian. Let's begin with vitamin B12. If you've been taking metformin, the most common diabetes medication, for years, listen carefully. Metformin can lower your B12 levels over time. Slowly, quietly, without you noticing. And when B12 runs low, the first signs are subtle. A little tingling in the hands or feet. A bit of fatigue. A foggy memory here and there. But over the years, it can grow into severe nerve pain, constant exhaustion, and even dangerous balance problems. I had a patient, Mrs. Alvarez, 68 years old, who came in worried she was developing dementia. Her memory was slipping. She couldn't focus. She'd been on metformin for almost 15 years. We checked her B12, and it was extremely low. After a few months of safe supplementation, her energy returned, and her memory improved noticeably. She told me, "Doctor, I feel like someone wiped the dust off my mind." That's the power of B12. It's not just for the nerves, it's for your mind, your clarity, your ability to stay independent. So if you're on metformin, don't just check your sugar. Check your B12. Vitamin C, the anti-rust shield. Now, vitamin C. Most people think of it as the vitamin you take for colds. But for diabetics, it's so much more. Let me explain it simply. High blood sugar creates something called oxidative stress. Think of it like rust forming inside your arteries. This rust weakens the blood vessel walls. It invites inflammation. It makes your heart, your kidneys, your eyes, all more vulnerable. Vitamin C works like an anti-rust shield. It helps repair blood vessel walls. It protects your circulation. And in some people, it even improves insulin sensitivity, meaning your body can use sugar better. I once told Mr. Tan, a retired engineer with type 2 diabetes, your blood vessels are like the metal pipes in an old house. Without maintenance, rust takes over. He smiled and said, "So vitamin C is like anti-rust paint?" "Exactly," I replied. He never forgot to eat his bell peppers, oranges, and broccoli after that. Vitamin E, the vision and heart protector. Next, vitamin E, another antioxidant powerhouse. In diabetics, Damage from free radicals, unstable molecules that harm cells, is much higher than in people without diabetes. Vitamin E helps neutralize them. It's like sending in firefighters to stop a spreading blaze. And where does it matter most? Your eyes, your skin, and your heart. I've seen too many diabetics lose vision because the small vessels in the eyes break down. Vitamin E helps slow that process. It also keeps skin healthier, which matters more than people think, because wounds in diabetics heal slowly. Then there's the heart. With diabetes, the risk of heart attack is much higher. Vitamin E's protective effect on blood vessels can help lower that risk over time. One of my longtime patients, Mr. Bryant, told me, "Doctor, I started eating almonds and sunflower seeds every day because of you." He's in his 70s now, still active, still driving, still walking 3 miles every morning. Small habits, big difference. Vitamin K2, the artery defender. And now, the often forgotten hero, vitamin K2. Most people know vitamin K1, it's for blood clotting. But K2 has a very different role. It helps move calcium out of your blood vessels and into your bones, where it belongs. Without enough K2, calcium can settle in your arteries. Over time, this hardens them, a process called calcification. And hardened arteries? They raise your risk of heart attacks and strokes, both already higher in diabetics. K2 is like a traffic officer, directing calcium to the right place. I tell my patients, we want your bones strong and your arteries flexible. K2 helps with both. A lady named Mrs. Patterson, 72, came in after a scan showed calcium in her arteries. We reviewed her diet, almost no K2-rich foods. She started adding fermented foods like natto, some hard cheeses, and more leafy greens. Her next checkup? No further progression. And her bone density improved too. Why these 4 protect your future? So, let's step back. B12 keeps your mind sharp and your nerves alive. Vitamin C shields your blood vessels from rust and damage. Vitamin E fights the silent fires that burn inside your cells. Vitamin K2 keeps your arteries from hardening while strengthening your bones. Together, they guard your future. Because diabetes doesn't just strike today. It chips away over years. These vitamins help slow that chipping. They give you more years of independence, of walking, reading, remembering, laughing. I tell my patients this. Controlling sugar is like steering the car. But protecting your future health? That's like checking the brakes, the tires, the engine. If one fails, the whole journey ends too soon. Let me give you a picture. Close your eyes for a moment, and imagine your body as a well-run company. Your goal? To get sugar out of your blood, and into your cells, where it can be used for energy. Now, in this company, insulin is the delivery truck. It carries sugar to each house, your cells. But here's the problem. If the truck is rusty, if the engine is slow, or if the driver doesn't know the address, the sugar never reaches the houses. It just piles up in the warehouse, your bloodstream. Vitamin D is like the oil and maintenance that keeps the truck from rusting. When you're low on vitamin D, the truck struggles to even start. Vitamin B1 is the fuel. Without it, the truck moves painfully slow. Vitamin B6 and B12 are like the GPS system. They help the truck find the right address. Low on these? The deliveries get lost, delayed, or never happen at all. But that's not all. Let's talk about the roads these trucks drive on. These roads are your blood vessels. When sugar stays too long in the warehouse, acid rain starts to fall. That acid rain is oxidative stress. If we do nothing, the roads get potholes, cracks, and eventually fall apart. This is where vitamin C and vitamin E come in. They're the road repair crew, sealing cracks, patching holes, keeping traffic flowing smoothly. And what about the bridges? The ones that connect different cities, like the arteries connecting your heart to the rest of your body. Those bridges need constant care. Over time, calcium can build up on them, making them hard, brittle, unsafe. That's when vitamin K2 steps in. It's the bridge inspector, moving calcium to the right place, your bones, instead of letting it clog your arteries. Now, think about this. What if one worker doesn't show up? What if the GPS is broken, or the fuel tank is empty, or the bridge inspector is missing? Even if every other worker is doing their job, the whole company slows down. Deliveries get delayed, roads get damaged, bridges weaken, That's your body when even one of these 7 vitamins is missing. This is why I tell my patients, don't just focus on one vitamin because it's popular this year. Don't think, I'll just take vitamin C because it's good for immunity. Or, I'll only take vitamin D because the doctor said so. The truth is, these 7 vitamins are like a team. They're most powerful when they work together. They cover each other's weaknesses. They keep the company running smoothly, not just today, but for years to come. So, my friends, if you want to give yourself the best chance at avoiding complications, don't play favorites. Make sure your diet and, if needed, your supplements cover all 7. Test your levels. Talk to your doctor. Remember, a strong company doesn't rely on one-star employee. It builds a team. And before we move on to the mistakes people make when taking vitamins, if you've been finding value in this talk, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Click like if you've learned something new today, and share in the comments, which of these 7 vitamins do you think you might be low in? Your comment could help someone else recognize their own warning signs. And together, we can help more people live better, longer lives with diabetes. Now, I've been talking about these 7 vitamins as if they're your allies. And they are. But, like any tool, they can be misused. And I've seen far too many people harm themselves. Not because the vitamins were bad, but because they didn't know how to use them wisely. Mistake number 1: thinking more is better. This is the most common. People think, if a little is good, a lot must be great. But our bodies don't work like that. Take vitamin E for example. In the right dose, it helps protect your blood vessels, your skin, your eyes. But too much vitamin E can thin your blood too much. And if you're already on blood-thinning medication, that can lead to dangerous bleeding. I once had a patient, Mr. Daniels, who read an article online and started taking triple the recommended dose of vitamin E. He thought it would help his heart. Instead, he came to my clinic with severe nosebleeds that wouldn't stop. We had to stop the supplements completely until his blood returned to normal. Vitamins are not candies. They are powerful and need to be treated with respect. Mistake number 2: ignoring food sources. Another mistake is relying only on pills. Supplements can be useful, yes, but real food doesn't just give you one nutrient, it gives you a whole team of helpers. When you eat salmon, you're not just getting vitamin D. You're also getting healthy omega-3 fats, which lower inflammation. When you eat sunflower seeds, you're not just getting vitamin E. You're getting magnesium, which helps regulate blood pressure. When you eat leafy greens for vitamin K2, you're also getting fiber, which helps slow sugar absorption after meals. I had a patient, Mrs. Nguyen, who took 6 different supplements but ate almost no vegetables. Her sugar control stayed poor. When we shifted her focus to whole foods first, and used supplements only where needed, her readings improved within 2 months. Nature designed food to work in harmony. A capsule can't fully replace that harmony. Mistake number 3: not checking with your doctor. And the third mistake: taking vitamins without telling your doctor. Some people think, it's natural, so it must be safe. But even natural things can clash with your health. Vitamin K2, for example, can interfere with certain blood thinners. Too much vitamin C can worsen kidney stones in people who are already prone to them. High doses of B6 over long periods can cause nerve problems, the very thing you were trying to prevent. I remember a man named George. He was already on 3 medications for diabetes and high blood pressure. He started a natural supplement pack he bought online, without showing it to me. 2 weeks later, he was dizzy, his blood pressure was dropping too low, and his sugar readings were all over the place. When we checked, several of those natural pills were interacting with his medication. That's why, no matter how harmless something sounds, you need to make sure it fits your body. Your health, your medications. These are mistakes I've seen over and over. They don't come from bad intentions. They come from wanting to do more for your health, but not having the right guidance. I remember Mrs. Johnson, a 62-year-old retired teacher. Kind eyes, gentle voice, and a smile that, at first, looked tired. When she first came to see me, her blood sugar was swinging wildly. High in the morning, crashing in the afternoon, spiking again at night, and this was despite her medication. She sighed when she spoke. "Doctor, I'm just so tired. I don't have the energy to do anything. My feet feel like they're on fire at night. And my eyes, It's like I'm looking through a fog. We talked. She told me she used to love gardening, spending hours with her roses. But now, even walking to the backyard felt like a chore. So, we ran tests. And when the results came back, 3 things stood out like red flags. Her vitamin D was low, dangerously low. Her vitamin B12 was almost depleted. And her vitamin C levels were barely there. It wasn't just the diabetes. Her body was missing the tools it needed to fight back. I sat with her and explained. We worked out a plan that fit her life. We added more salmon to her meals, baked, sometimes grilled, leafy greens, spinach, kale, collards, cooked in ways she enjoyed. Bright, colorful bell peppers for snacks and in her omelets. I gave her safe, measured supplements, nothing too much, nothing too little. And I asked her to spend 15 minutes in the morning sun. Not just for vitamin D, but for her mood, for her spirit. 6 months later, she walked into my clinic. And this time, the smile was real. Her blood sugar was stable. The burning in her feet had eased. Her eyes looked clearer. And most importantly, her energy had returned. Doctor, she said, I've started gardening again. I planted new roses last week. I feel like I got a piece of my life back. That's the thing. Diabetes doesn't always take your life in one big moment. It takes it in little pieces, energy here, clarity there, joy somewhere in between. But when you give your body the right tools, when you fill in the missing pieces, like these vitamins, you can get those pieces back. Mrs. Johnson didn't just lower her sugar. She got her mornings back, her afternoons in the garden, her laughter with friends. And that, my friends, is the real goal of managing diabetes. Not just numbers on a chart, but the return of the little things. The things that make life worth living. Diabetes. It's not a sprint. It's not even a marathon. It's a lifelong journey. A journey that demands discipline. But also, kindness. Kindness to your body. Kindness to yourself. These 7 vitamins we've talked about today. They're not a miracle cure. They won't erase diabetes overnight. But they are powerful allies. They help your body fight back. They help repair damage. They protect your eyes, your nerves, your heart, your memory. They give you a better chance at living not just longer, but better. If you're living with diabetes, or caring for someone who is, don't guess. Don't assume. Ask your doctor to check your vitamin levels. Measure first. Then build a plan that fits your body, your food, your lifestyle. And remember this, health is not about perfection. It's about small, steady steps, patient steps, taken every day. Even one change, one habit, can be the start of something life-changing. Before we finish, I'd like to hear from you. Which of these 7 vitamins do you think you might be low in? Have you ever felt a difference after adding one of them to your diet? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your experience might help someone else take the first step toward better health. And if today's talk has given you something useful, something you can use for yourself or for a loved one, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Press like so more people can find this information. And share this video with a friend or family member who might need it. In our next talk, we're going to uncover something that surprises many people. The 5 worst breakfast mistakes that spike blood sugar. You may be shocked to learn, some of them are foods people think are healthy. So stay with me, because the journey to better health is easier when we walk it together.